Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go over my Pelikan Hub experience and what I got. I can't fit everything into the frame, so I'm going to remove this bag and then bring everything out onto the table. But I'm so excited to share with you what happened. If you don't know much about the Pelikan Hubs, they happen once a year and they are organized by the pen company Pelican. However, they don't actually run anything. They do send out the inks and gifts and things like that, but they rely on volunteers to be a host or hub master, and that person will find the venue, organize the giveaways, and just make sure everything goes well and smoothly on behalf of Pelican. And you can sign up for a spot in your city or hopefully nearby your city in June or July. And if you cross your fingers that somebody in your area is kind enough to volunteer to host, and if there are enough people, then a hub is designated. After that, on that day, you sign up, you find out the details about where to go, and you show up, and hopefully you get to meet a whole bunch of new pen friends, get to try a bunch of new inks and pens, and just have a really good time meeting other members of the community. I know in the past 2 years, Pelican gave out their Ink of the Year, and unfortunately, they were not able to send it to every hub this year. Our hub, thankfully, was able to get the apricot ink this year. There were about 30 of us, so I don't know how Pelican decided how they were going to distribute the ink. But we will swatch this, and then I also got some ink samples from some lovely people that were willing to share. But the most exciting portion for me, actually... Oh, one more thing about Pelikan Hubs, which I think is a common misconception if you are a beginner, is that you don't need to own a Pelikan pen to go to one. It's basically just kind of a glorified pen meetup. But anyways, the most exciting part for me is I actually won the grand prize at our hub. And that item was the Diamine inkvent calendar for this year. If you don't know what this is, it is a pretty pricey item, and basically you get 25 inks, one to reveal for each day leading up to Christmas. And here's the thing, I actually already ordered one from Atlas, and I feel kind of bad. So now I have 2 Diamine inkvent calendars, and I was already planning on making ink samples to give away out of the one I got from Atlas, but now since I have both of these, I figured I'm gonna completely give away one of them. But I thought about it, and I think I will actually pick 4 winners instead of just picking one winner to win the whole calendar. I'm gonna split up one of these calendars into 4, let's see, they're 12 milliliter bottles, so you can get 4 3 mils out of that. So each winner will win a 3 mil sample set of the entire calendar. That's what I'm going to do, not in this video, but I will probably do another video where I swatch all of these, share my reactions, and then it'll have information on how you can enter the giveaway. But I feel very, very, very grateful to have been selected for this. I really didn't expect to win. I spent the whole day leading up to the hub preparing stickers from my sticker shop. I wanted to sponsor some of the prizes, so I made 3 sticker packs that were a lot of fun to make. I don't have them here because I've already given them away, but they were Halloween themed, Christmas themed, and Thanksgiving themed. And so when the host called my name out for winning the grand prize, I actually thought they were still talking about the stickers that I had donated. So I was very confused, but I'm extremely, extremely grateful, and I figured the best way to pay it forward would be to make some ink samples and give it away on this channel and on Instagram. And then with my one that I won from the Pelikan Hub, I think I will probably swatch that and then also bring it to Pen Club. So if you are a member of the pen club that I attend, then you can reach out to me if you would like a sample of any of the ink. I'm very, very happy to share it. Another item that was included in the prize was this pack of stationery. It is from the Gilalo brand, and it looks like it's in French. 5 feuilles? I don't know, but oh, there's the English. Sheet pack, 5 sheets and envelopes. So I think it's fancy paper. I'm not fully sure if it's fountain pen friendly, but it is very nice. So we get 5 envelopes and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very beautiful sheets of stationery. That'll be fun for pen pals and things like that. There were quite a few prizes given out at our hub, and this one was actually sponsored by Scribe. This is the gift certificate, but I'm going to cover it. But this is their information. They are a fine stationery and ephemera store. So thank you to Scribe for hosting this prize. We got a list. It came with this really cute nib paperclip. That's adorable. So what did we get? I got a Diamond Inkvent calendar for 2025, a bottle of Edelstein rose quartz, a George Lalo letters sheets, a Tabara chocolates, and then a gift certificate. So this box of chocolate, it looks really fancy. It says, "Boo, here's a treat for you." Cute. Happy Halloween. Aw, that's really cute. I will definitely be enjoying this probably on Halloween. And then I also got this Pelican Ink of the Year Rose Quartz, which I believe was the Ink of the Year, not last year, but the year prior, because I do have a bottle of this. So I don't think I'm gonna swatch this specific bottle, but I can swatch the current one that I own. But yeah, I am extremely grateful. I'm gonna save the chocolates for myself. I might gift this away to somebody else. And then the Diamond Inkvent, I'm definitely going to be sharing that. So let's get on to some ink swatching. These are the stickers that I spent about a day and a half of very dedicated time creating to hand out at the Pelikan Hub. And I do have a stack of these remaining, which I will probably offer away for free. Probably on one of the Discords that I'm in. I'm in the Atlas one and the Simone one, and there's like a pen pal section. So I might just offer these to be handed out, and I'll cover postage and things like that. But if you are interested beyond that, I will probably list them later this year on my Etsy store. But yeah, so the thing is, yes, I won the giveaway prize, but the part that made me the most excited was actually being able to see everyone. There were some people that I see pretty often now at Pen Club, but there are also a few individuals that I only see once a year, and I met them when I first attended the Pelikan Hub in 2023, and now it's kind of like I have these friends that I see once a year, and it's just so fun to be able to reconnect. Oh yeah, the one thing I noticed when I got home is that this box was pretty beat up, and there was no notepad or postcard that normally comes with this, which I think the other boxes probably did have, but it's totally fine. I haven't used the notepad or postcard for those. But it came in a cute little box this year, Pelikan Hubs, October 24th. Unbox the magic. But yeah, our hub was run in a very, I would say, a pretty relaxed fashion, which is kind of nice. I did see a video, unfortunately, of somebody who did not have a good time at their Pelikan Hub, and that kind of hurt my heart because I have such a good time at the Pelikan Hub, and I love chatting with people about pens and their stories and testing out pens that I've never really been able to test out before, and sharing things from my collection, and just I like spreading the joy of the fountain pen love and hobby. So for me, it was a really good experience. It was a potluck style, so we did sign up to bring a contribution. I'm going to talk while I swatch the inks in this Good Ink Impressions notebook. It has 68 GSM Tomoe River paper, the old stuff from machine number 9. But yeah, ours was a really chill one, which it has been the last 3 years that I've been, and it was a potluck style. My wonderful husband spent all night making pepperoni rolls to contribute to the potluck while I was making the stickers and the giveaway packets. And to me, that was just so lovely because he doesn't have to do that. And he's always been very, very supportive, which is very nice. And the one thing is that actually, so I get really anxious for social events, even though this is not the first one. If you recall, I did make a video of my very first. Okay, hold on for a second. These are so beautiful. So pretty. Look at this. Oh, that's gorgeous. I don't really like orange inks, but we'll see. I get really nervous during social events. And if you haven't seen the first one that I posted, my first Pelikan Hub experience, I mentioned that I showed up late and I almost walked back out because I was so anxious about, I don't know, talking to people. But this time, as soon as I got onto the elevator, I recognized a guy that I sat in the corner with for the last 2 years, I think, and it was really funny. And he had actually brought his partner this time, and we had a little laugh about just bringing our very supportive partners and how wonderful that was. And they were a husband and wife, and they'd been married for 30 some years. And I just told them about how, like, I just got married this year, and I thought it was just so sweet. And then they actually both won prizes too, and I thought that was just so cute. Like, we love a supportive partner in the fountain pen community, and they were a really cute couple. It's just so wonderful to be able to see familiar faces at these events now, along with new faces. And I did try to socialize as best as I could, but I was very over excited the whole night. But I had a really wonderful time, and I hope you guys did too. And if you've never been to one, I highly encourage you to look into signing up for one next year, because it is really a wonderful opportunity to meet people and see their collections, and everyone's so generous and kind. So, at least from my experience. Tiranishi guitar. This is actually nighttime soda. Somebody commented when I swatched the Tiranishi inks a few weeks ago, saying that this is one of their favorite blues, and I can see why. It is very, very beautiful. Somebody from Pen Club mentioned that they owned this ink, and I was like, I have to try this because one of my viewers mentioned it. So here we are. I think I might have gone too heavy with that swatch, but I do see what they were saying, the commenter, about how it's appropriate for work, but it's still very, very nice, and it has a very vibrant blue. That is really nice. Thank you to the person who shared this ink sample with me. What was also really funny is that, so our Pelikan Hub was actually held in the university local to us, and it was homecoming night, and we didn't even realize. I realized later on that that's why the parking was so bad, but there were fireworks and we could hear them at the end of the hub, so it was almost like ending the night with a really nice celebration. This one is Ferris Wheel Press Dawning Silver. I believe it's one of the Lord of the Rings inks, if I remember correctly. And I did try their pen that had this ink and I really liked it. So might have to go back and see if Atlas carries it or something. My absolute favorite pen that I was able to try, which I remember trying last year, and I've hung on to it mentally for this year. It was a Pelikan 1005 in the gray stripe ones that called Streisman? The anthracite? Is that the correct term? I don't know. I didn't know it was kind of rare now, so it's just back on my untouchable Crayolas. Maybe I'll get the green stripe one. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But I can't stop thinking about it. They had it in an extra fine nib and it was so bouncy. This is the Dawning Silver. Kind of reminds me of Colorverse Rover because it's a glistening ink, and Atlas Iron Ore from Ferris Wheel Press. I don't know if I have a swatch of those right now. Maybe I can find it later. I lied. It was one of those rare moments where I actually do have it swatched. So Colorverse Colorvent from 2024, Rover Glistening, and then Ferris Wheel Press Atlas Iron Ore. So they both have a silver shimmer, but still a little bit different. And then this one, I don't know, I feel like it's pretty close to Colorverse one. This is not a good angle, but I don't know. Try not to buy any more ink though. I know I say that often on this channel, and then it's like I jinx myself because I say this is my last bottle of ink, and then I go through, there's no in between. It's either I have way too much ink, I absolutely must stop, or I have to have this. That swatch looks beautiful. Maybe I need to stop looking at people's swatches. I don't know. Okay, so this one is Pilot Tsukushi, and I think it is actually discontinued, but I do like a good brown ink. So let's see. Ooh, that is nice. I do have a lot of brown now though. This one is a nice even between, it's not too red, but not too dark of a brown. Pilot Iroshi Zuku. Tsukushi. Let me know if you went to a Pelikan Hub this year, what pen you tried that you are thinking about, because I can't be the only one who left with more items on her wish list now. There was also a Jinhao, forget if it was a 10 or 20, that intrigued me because I don't like the Mahjong retractable one, but I kind of like the Jinhao. I wasn't gonna get it. I don't know, we'll hold off. We'll see. Hold off for now. This one is the infamous Pilot Inaho. I am very excited to try this because there's so much hype around this one. I remember actually seeing it on Amazon prior to it being discontinued, and I never got it. And then it got discontinued, and now I want it because everybody else wants it. This is nice. This is kind of like a swampy gold brown. Oh, sorry. Let me move it this way. I can't write this way, but I'm gonna try. Pilot Iroshi Zuku Inaho. I think I like it, but I'm not gonna go and pay an absorbent amount for it because I think you could probably find something from Birmingham Pen Company that's close, or you could mix something pretty close. Pilot Iroshi Zuku Inaho. And I would like to know how this is in a pen actually, because it might be a little light, but it's still pretty good. I like it. I'm very, very grateful to be able to get a sample of this. So thank you. You know who you are if you are watching. Last but not least, we're gonna do the Pelikan Edelstein Ink of the Year, Apricot Achat. Achat? What does that mean? It's so translucent. I'm worried it's gonna be too light, but I guess it'll be good for art or mixing. And I love the gold cap. It has a little mama bird and baby bird. That sounded so nice. I love beautiful bottles. I enjoy collecting them. Oh wow, that is vibrant. Oh, but it dries really light. That is a vibrant orange. So this is Pelikan Edelstein. Oh, wrong way. Apricot Achat. They're paving the road outside. They've been doing so much road work, so I'm sorry if you hear all the extra noise, but there we have it. This looks yummy, but it's this peachy, orangey apricot color that is bright red if you have a heavy swatch, but actually dries pretty light. I always go after the lighter end of the swatch to see how it'll actually look in a pen. I want to believe that there's some pink to it, but I think it's just orange. It's more peach than anything. Let's give it a second to dry, or a few minutes. In the meantime, let's decorate for new ink day to document in my journal. And then let me grab a pen. Why are there no pens? I grabbed, oh my gosh, of course, a Pelikan M800 because Pelikan Hubs, right? So Pelikan Hubs 2025. This was October 24. Today is October 29. And then this was just ink samples and ink of the year. Oh, I forgot to swatch the Pelikan Rose Quartz. Let me see if I already have a swatch lying around for it though. So I don't have a swatch for the Rose Quartz, but that's okay because we can just go and make one. If I remember correctly, this ink was a little too light and then it dries a weird pink. Like, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't really like this ink and I might be one of them. Pelikan Edelstein Rose Quartz. Nice. In heavy layers, it does look nice. I actually like the undried version versus the dried version. I think the dried version is a little too light for me, but I don't really like writing with pink, orange, or red inks. So that's just the me thing. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this one has a beautiful red sheen, but it's more of a dull red. That is nice. This one, I swear it's similar to Rover from Colorverse. I hope, at least that's what I'm telling myself. It might have more shimmer in it, but it's a nice gray with a little bit of black sheen and a generous amount of silver shimmer. Whoa. The Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukushi. Whoa. Why does it look like that? So it is brown, like a nice warm red brown. But then I swear there's a little bit of purple there with a green sheen. But this is a discontinued ink, so I'm not going to fall in love. Pilot Iroshizuku Ina Ho. It is a nice dusky, dirty green brown. It's decent. There's a little bit of green gold to it. And then the Pelikan Edelstein Apricot Achat is this really pale peach tone layered with this vibrant orange that did not dry yet. And then of course, here we have our Pelikan Edelstein Rose Quartz. Light pink with very, very light amount of purple outlining the edges. Interesting. Well, that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for being here. Should I use one of these? Oh, I have some. I think I'm gonna document it. I have some miscut versions that I'm gonna put here. So, but yeah, that was my third Pelikan Hub experience and it was just so wonderful. I don't think I won anything last year, so this one just made it extra exciting for me. But even if I didn't win anything, I would have been very, very happy to be able to talk to these people and catch up. And I don't know, it's just so lively and wonderful to be able to chat with other people about pens and ink and their interests and nibs and test so many different nibs and pens and ask questions and things like that. So I had a really nice Pelikan Hub experience. I really hope you did as well. And of course, let's all sign up again next year if you can. Hopefully, I know I have been hearing about some of the hubs that are getting a little too big. So hopefully there'll be more guidelines or something to help clear up some of those other ones. Because I do feel for people who either aren't going because they're overwhelmed by the number of people or the space that is allocated. I have heard it is difficult to find a space to hold all the attendees nowadays. So I really hope they can just continue to run these and improve on them as we go. If you are still here, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Have a beautiful day. Bye!